back, ladies and gentlemen, with the worst show ever. We're worse than ever.
Terrible.
We
So
have no
bad.
sponsorships.
We lost BOGO friends. They ghosted us, actually.
We lost all of our fans. Our email list has turned into spam for erection pills. It's gotten hacked.
And it turns out that 760 of our followers are paid for. What the fuck?
So
Jesus
weird. Everyone's hacking
Christ.
us, dude. Everyone. Did you get a haircut?
I cut the front.
Looks good. I cut my own hair, actually. I was so fucking sick and tired of going down to my barber.
Look at you. Oh shit. I didn't even know this. I'm seeing this for the first time. You faded. You did the fade and everything? Let's see it.
It's bad, but it's not, like, horrible.
Okay. You know what? That's not horrible.
It's not.
That's not horrible at all,
No,
actually.
it's like a shitty high fade. It's like a barber that didn't really know what he was doing, so.
It's like, yeah, it was one of those places that you go to get a free haircut
Yeah.
because they're learning still.
Or
But you walk out and
go
you're
with-
like, all right.
You go with, like, a coupon, and you're like, I got this on the back of my receipt at Sprouts, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but even at the very end, I'd be like, I'm still keeping the coupon though, motherfucker. Like, you're not getting the coupon. I'm coming back another time to fix this shit.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. It was getting so long on the sides, I couldn't take it anymore. And every time I go to my barber, he's a good barber, but it's like a fucking 2-hour process, dude.
Ugh.
He's down in Chula Vista. It's like an hour to go there and back, and then it's like over an hour haircut. I don't know.
Dude, that haircut shouldn't take an hour.
No, it should take 30 minutes.
Dude, did you ever remember? I don't know if you're a Seinfeld fan or not, but there's a really funny episode of like Jerry going to get his haircut, and he's been going to the same guy forever. But another guy that works there, which is the guy's son, he does
Yeah.
a better job at haircuts, and like he cut Kramer's hair, and it looks so good. So he's trying to get a haircut from this guy, but he doesn't want to betray the other guy. So it's like a whole funny thing. But that's a thing, like, for me, that was so true, because when I lived in Queens, there was this haircut. This is a place I used to go to get my haircut. And the first time I ever went there, the guy did it was fine. You know what I mean? It was fine. So the next time I went there, he was there, and I was like, okay, hey, remember? He's like, yeah, yeah. He sit down and cut my hair. It turns out that this guy's cutting my hair every fucking time now, right? But I'm watching, like, everybody else get, like, much better haircuts than me.
Yeah.
And by, like, younger guys, they're having better conversations. I'm just felt like this old fuck, he doesn't even really want to talk to me. And for some reason, like, I'm one of his regulars. And I didn't realize that he was the worst one there, you know? But I was just, like, so afraid that, like, somebody else was going to do, like, a worse job. And I was kind of semi-satisfied with the first one that, like, for years, I just kept going to that guy. Eventually, I just shaved my head after that. I just started shaving my head because I was kind of just like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck that guy. I'm not blaming the sole reason I started shaving my head on that guy, but he was a major part of it.
He had a good part of it.
He was a major part of it.
Dude, it's
fucking
funny you say
asshole.
that. Because I used to go to this barber shop in I was between New Britain and Hartford, which were the two areas that had like the best barber shops, mainly in Connecticut. A lot of them were like hood areas, but like that's
Those are
where
the
you
best
get
barber cut.
That's
Yeah.
where you literally get the best cut, dude.
Yeah.
And so there was one place in Hartford which I used to have to get there at 7 in the morning, and they didn't open up till 8:30. But if I didn't get there at 7 in the morning on a Saturday, there would have been a fucking line down the street. There were two barbers, they were brothers,
Okay.
and you had to wait forever, dude. Even when you got in there, there were only 5 seats, so you could only 5 people could sit in there, and then everyone else was waiting around the corner.
So
It was
three
just-
people are sitting there reading, chilling, waiting for the other two to get
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And there's a line down the block.
And so I was
Jesus
the same
Christ.
way, where there was 2 brothers. One of them was fat, one was short and skinny. I used to go to the fat guy until I realized that the short and skinny guy is the better guy. So it kind of became the thing where I was this guy's regular, but he didn't know my name. I was like one of the few white guys that went there. So one time I'm sitting there and he's like, "You want to cut?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually going to wait for him." You could tell he got like offended a little bit. He's like, "Oh, all right, okay." So then he's just chilling there. It's just me, him, his brother, and the dude who's getting his brother's hair. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everyone else is waiting for the brother. Then it gets to the point where I'm like, dude, I've been here for an hour already. This guy's been in the chair for 40 minutes. So finally I go to the other guy. I was like, you know what? I'll have you. And he's like, oh, you want me to? Oh, okay. And then it was so awkward after that because
Oh
it was
man.
fucking, I was basically saying like, oh, you're the only thing left. Okay, fuck it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But
How do you
whatever,
do?
dude.
How was the cut?
It was good. I mean, dude, they did. Here's the thing: barbers out here are dog shit compared to the East Coast. Dog shit.
The good ones out here are from the East Coast.
Yeah, dude. And Puerto Rican barbers are the best barbers.
Look, if you live in San Diego and you're walking around downtown in some places and you look inside a barber shop and it looks scary to you, go inside. That's where you're gonna get the best fucking
Yeah,
haircut.
yeah,
Great conversations, the best experience. You'll
dude.
go always. Don't be scared, you
The
pussies.
two best barbers in Connecticut, they were both Puerto Rican, and these dudes could fade like you went from 0 to fucking 10, and it just looked fucking mint. Like they could
Yeah,
fucking
dude. You don't. I know that it's really hard to try to cut your own hair, obviously, especially when you get in the back. Like you feel like you have special needs, right? Like everything's all backwards, and you get so like you're just like I can't figure this out. Like when I was trying to cut my shit, I was like, I was getting frustrated like with myself. Like I can't believe I can't. I'm not. I can't figure out this left, right, back, forward thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm just. What the fuck is wrong with me? And all I was trying to do was trim with some scissors. I couldn't. I
yeah,
couldn't do it.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, to see people, I mean, your fade looks like you got it done here in San Diego by some, by SDSU or
By
some
some
shit.
white fucking kid
Yeah,
who just decided he wants to move out of his mom's basement and become a barber.
like people were like, yeah, I started doing tats, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Whoa.
Started cutting hair, huh? I don't know, dude. That's funny though, because it's like the barber that you're always waiting for. There's like imagine like being that other brother, but the brother like the lesser haircut brother, and you're just sitting there, you're like getting your chair all ready. You're like next, but the whole line around the block is like, nah, we
Yeah,
want your brother. Like
dude. And you know what used to piss me off too? He would give a full shave with no shaving cream. He would use a straight edge razor and just pull your skin real tight and get it. And he would get it, but it was fucking
and then you would
painful.
get it.
Well, that's the weird part. He wouldn't cut you, but you'd have severe
Razor
like
burn.
razor burn. Yeah,
Yeah. You
didn't
can't
give a
use
fuck.
Ugh. Bro, when I used to work at a supermarket, I worked at a couple of supermarkets when I was in high school I worked at one, and when I was in college I worked at another one.
Do you stock produce?
I didn't do shit, but I'll tell you what, but I'll tell you how. I mean, those I can have so many stories from those jobs. The one the one in when I went to college upstate in New York for one year, I think it oh, I don't want to say the name of the place, but
Yeah, say it. Who gives a fuck?
no, because dude, I used to just show up. I I'd be like, yo, can you bring me to, and then my friend would be like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, but we're gonna go right back to the campus, and then she's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I just gotta go get something. What I was doing was, I was dressed in my gear. I'd walk in, hey, what's up? What's up? I'd swipe, I'd clock in, and then I'd get in the car and I'd leave, and then 4 hours later, I'd clock out. I'd go back and clock out, dude. I did that shit like 7 or 8 times.
Did they ever catch on?
Eventually I'm like, yo, they know what's up. They know what's up. Dude, one day I was in there, like one day it was just perfect. It was like someone was out looking for me and I just got back. And then I just grabbed like the shopping carts that were like, and I just started making it look like I've been outside, like collecting cards and shit. And then he was like, hey, come here, come here, come here. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fired. My heart was pounding. But then I'm like thinking, yeah, but you don't care if you're fired. Remember, that's why you were doing this in the first place. You just wanted to see how long you can get away with this shit. And he didn't fire me. He's like, man, I was looking all over for you. And then he just gave me something else to do. And then I did that. I clocked out. And I just think that was the last time that I ever went back.
Did
Yeah,
you
my heart's
not have
racing
like
right
a
now.
schedule? You just
No, I had
fucking-
a schedule, dude. I was scheduled to come in those days and work. And I showed up and I clocked in and I just made my rounds. I was in there for like 10 minutes total. Just, hey, what's up? Just, I wanted everybody to see that I was there. I clocked in and then I just left.
That's
Shit.
fucking amazing, dude.
But at a different place before that, like, it was funny because I was like one of the best checker outers. You know, I was like I was a cashier. You know, and um, I was so fast. I was so fast. Not just because I know where all the scans are, but that if it didn't scan, I didn't care. It went. It it just goes through. You know, because I just got to get this line down. You know, that was my mentality. I was like 17 years old, and then I'm like, deet deet. And then people were like, wait, what? They're watching me. Like, but, and I'm like, sometimes I'd wink at them. Like, it's all good, you know, bro. And then like, I turned into that barber that was like the best. And then there's cashiers that are like empty. And my line is like going down the aisle. People are like, yo, come on. The front end manager's like breaking them up. You can come over here. You can come over
No,
here.
no, no. I
But
want this guy. I want this guy. I
they
want this guy.
want me,
Everyone's saving
dude.
thousands of dollars going to you.
Yeah, the meat never went through, and meat's expensive, but it was always wrapped up like 3 or 4 times in the cellophane. It had like juice and fucking blood and shit in it. So like, and it always got the scanner real nasty. And I was a germaphobe, so I never really liked to mush that shit on there anyway. I gave that thing one try. It didn't work. Whoop. Next, people are watching like 13 pound, I mean like $13 pork roasts. Be like, ooh, okay, you know, they
Dude,
get those up.
I think we talked about this before because I worked at Stop and Shop, and I was doing that shit, and I didn't give a fuck at all, dude. And then the manager brought me the back. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna have to do retraining for you for cashier." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." And retraining is watching this bullshit video. They give you a DVD to watch at home. I'm not fucking doing that shit, but people were getting hooked the fuck up.
Yeah,
But what you know what used to piss me off when people would call me out for it? Like, motherfucker, I'm trying to save you money, and they're like,
I know.
"What? You didn't scan that."
I
And
know.
it's like,
You know how many
what?
times I almost got in trouble because they're like, "Oh, that didn't scan," in front of my manager. Like my manager was close. If she hears that over and over and over again, I'm gone, dude. And
Yeah.
by the way, I was fired from that place like 2 times, but I ended up quitting because that was it was a union job. So when I ended up getting fired, uh, the front end manager was like, "Call the union, call the union." I was like, "Okay." So I'm like, I knew that like a union dues came out of my paycheck every week, whatever. So I called the union, and then like there was like a meeting that was set up, and dude, I didn't even have to attend it. But boom, next thing you know, I'm back on the schedule, and I was like, "This is fucking fantastic, right? This union is dope." But then they were like, "Yo, you're not in the front end anymore. Um, uh, you're going to actually, yeah, you're going to the bakery." So I was stoked because I was trying to go to the bakery. So I think the front end manager hooked me up because when they said yes, we're going to give him his job back, the front end manager was like, okay. So she gave me to the bakery. No, she liked me, but so she and but they for me coming back, I wasn't going to work in the front end. So she moved me to the bakery, which is exactly where I wanted to be, dude.
Right.
I would walk right into that place, and the first thing that I did after I clocked in and put my apron on it, I was walk over to the 2 cameras that were in the bakery, and I would turn them to the wall. That was it. Nobody's watching me while I'm working. Fuck you. The job's always gonna get done. But that's what I did. I was 17 years old, and at the end of my shift, I would turn them back around. You know what I mean?
And
Just
no one questioned.
nobody ever said anything ever. Nobody. So I don't know if there's anybody ever watching these cameras, if they even worked, but I was eating cannolis and cookies, and me and the deli guys had like a thing going on, and I was slanging fucking pastries for meats and shit like that, bro. We had this whole thing all figured out. It was great, and then I got fucking fired from the bakery because they a brand new person came in, and I was training her that day. But how stupid of them to have me work until like 8 that night, and she was working until 10. So I'm like, how am I supposed to train her when she still has like 2 hours worth of work? And they were like, just tell her, show her what she's got to do. Anyway, I showed her what she had to do. I left at 8 because it's time for me to leave. She didn't do shit. She left everything out. She didn't put any of the bakery stuff in the freezer and the refrigerator. All we were doing in the bakery, like when you clock in, all you're doing is prepping. Like the rolls, the bagels, you have to prep all of that shit. So when the baker comes in at 4 in the morning to bake all the shit for the fresh the next day, it's all laid out.
And there's nothing there for
Dude,
him to bake.
yeah, well, no, it was, but it wasn't in the freezer, so it was all fluffed out because it just sat there and went.
So it was all bad.
It was all bad. So she had to reset up the tray and remake everything. They didn't have fresh fruit, like bakery shit. That's not my fault. I told the girl what to do, but she didn't do it. So I went
So you
back.
got fired for that?
I got fired for that shit. Yeah. So
Why don't you put that police on blast?
I got, went to the union. Bang! I'm rehired,
Got
baby.
that
I'm
job
back
back.
on the staff, right? So now they're mad. They don't want me working in the bakery. They're like, we're giving you the worst job. You're working in maintenance. And I was like, yes, because maintenance doesn't do shit. This is like, this is kind of where I was starting to get the idea of maybe just clocking out and then just showing up again later on and being like, do they know? Do they know? Like, and it starts with like, maybe I'll just run to McDonald's and come back and hope they didn't. And then maybe just like the whole shift, you know, like, but I was really good at maintenance. You didn't have to do shit. The only time I had to respond was when somebody was like, mop and bucket to aisle 7. I knew somebody knocked something off the shelf and that was me. But here's the deal. I was 17. So they wanted me out of there, a couple of people. And the maintenance man was like the one who was going to get me out. Dude, I remember I walked in one day and he had a list of the chores that I had to do that day. And he was like, and if all of these aren't done, don't even bother coming in tomorrow. This would be your last day. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was a crazy amount of shit. Anyway, all I did is I looked at the list and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this because you have to be 18 to do the trash and you have to be 18 to do the recycles, like that to handle those machines and throw. I'm not doing that. So all that shit I didn't do, and I did everything else. So I left all the fucking garbage and everything. Just I fucking left it like an asshole because I knew that I was only 17. I come into work the next day. I clock in.
You're
and
fired.
As soon as I clock in, they called me up to the office. I get up there. He already had my papers and shit already written out, and he was like, I told you what needed to be completed on the list yesterday. You failed to complete it. He goes, this is your termination form. Please sign it, and then you leave. We'll mail you your last paycheck. He was so happy to get rid of me. And I told him, I was like, well, actually, I did complete everything on the list, everything that I'm legally allowed to, because I'm only 17, and I'm not supposed to be using the garbage and the recycles. So I went to sign the paper saying, he already signed it. He already had it all filled out. So I said, I completed everything on the list except for the garbage and the recycles because I'm only 17 years old, even though Mr., and I'm not going to say his name, makes me do it all the time. And he already signed to me saying that. So then I signed it and I go, here you go. And he goes, what the fuck did you write that for? I swear to God, that's his exact words. And I was like, because it's true. And he rips it up and he goes, get back to work. Dude, after that shift, I just went down to like this liquor store that was like a couple of stores down in the shopping strip, and they were hiring. And then I got the job there, and I waited for the next schedule to come out for the next 2 weeks just because I wanted them to have to fill my position. I waited for the next schedule to come out, and then I fucking just quit.
Dude, it's so funny that you do. So I feel like when I was younger, I always thought like that, but my social anxiety was so bad that I wouldn't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that way. Like when I worked at Stop and Shop, and I think I was like 21. There was a guy that there was like a kid that threw up blueberries in the fucking produce section, and my manager wanted me to clean it up, and when I was doing, he gave me the shit, and I'm like, dude, I don't feel comfortable doing this, and he's like, yeah, I know, but we went back and forth. Legally, I watched a video a week ago when I first got hired saying bodily fluids, if you don't feel comfortable, a manager has to do it. And I told him that. And then it got super awkward because I started to, and then he finished it. He was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. And this guy's in like a full suit doing it. But it's like, dude, fuck that. I'm not fucking cleaning up throw up,
Ugh,
you know?
gross. Yeah. How old were you?
I told you, like 21 or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross, man.
But it's just, dude, it's like looking back
Blueberries.
now, I wish I did more, because when you're young, you can get away with so much shit. So much shit.
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize.
The only reason that's why they're so hard on kids, because they know if the kids know that, they're going to fucking do whatever. You can get away with fucking anything pretty much.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Like, if you're 18 and you rob them all blind, you're going to jail. If you're 17, you got to give some of it back, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Don't do
fucking...
that. Don't rob the malls, even though there's no malls anymore, man. All these malls are going away.
Can't rob the banks. So I was on the news again. I don't even give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. I've realized that nobody gives a fuck. The whole system's rigged. If we want to go down the rabbit hole, I'll go down there. Donald Trump has COVID now. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe anything anymore. I don't fucking believe anything anymore.
You don't believe that he has it?
No.
Why would they say that he does?
Dude, I think everything is perfectly set up and calculated. It's the time of elections. Everyone's starting to believe in COVID less and less. They're starting to get more outdoors and be more adventurous, and the threat of it's going away in the media. And then all of a sudden it's election season and the debates just start. And wouldn't you know, the debate happened and Donald Trump and his wife have COVID. And miraculously Joe Biden didn't get it, even though he's sharing a room with him for 2 hours.
Yeah, but so hold on a second. Let's just touch on a couple of those things. So first of all, like it's pretty weird because like the governor DeSantis of Florida, he just decided that like, hey, restaurants, bars, full capacity, everything's back to normal. Get back at it, which is absolutely insane. Because look, this thing is real. People are really fucking dying. People are really getting sick, and this thing it is real, whether or not it's what people believe that it is from like the from the media and shit. It's a real thing, and it kills people. It's dangerous. Um, Florida's gonna see a big dude. It's gonna be a fucking disaster. It's just gonna be an absolute disaster. But none of these, none of them, Biden or Trump, shook each other's hand before or after the debate. They stood on their own side of the podium, and it's not clear exactly when he could have picked that up because the person that he most likely got it from is that smoking hot woman that works there. What the hell's her name? Did you see her?
I heard about her. They were talking about her. I forget what her
How
name
come
is.
she hasn't been around more?
I
The
don't know,
hell's
but I
this?
think there's a pass because she's hot. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you got. It's like if you get an STD from a hot girl, you're like, well, I mean, did you see her ass? Come on.
you're like, yeah, you get a high five. but but yeah, I mean, dude, you can look at a video of Trump and like, of course, because she's a pretty lady, he's like getting next to her and he's like, yeah, ha ha ha, and like, boom, virus right there. You know what I mean? But if that was like a man or like not as pretty of a woman to him, then he would have just been, back here avoiding it. But who knows? Listen, they were on the same flight together. She boarded the plane, Air Force One, 1 minute before he did, or he did it. He boarded it. Yeah, he got on 1 minute after she got on it. Nobody was wearing masks. Who knows when she got it. So it doesn't mean that Biden's going to get it, or
No, I
he really
know, but I'm
could.
just saying I don't
He
buy
could.
it, dude. I don't buy any of it. I
We'll
think
see what
it's
happens. We'll see what
I
happens.
know. I'm just saying I think it's all calculated, and I think that to completely outrule that option is ludicrous. I think to completely say that it's not calculated is a possible. I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but I'm saying to rule out that option and be like, you're fucking out of your mind. It's
Well,
just as crazy as to say
I,
all this shit is completely true.
okay, I hear you, and I agree with you. But here's the thing, also, um, you know, if if I don't know this whole conversation, like I just it like it turns things. I was on Chatroulette before, like I was talking to this girl. Everything was going great, and then like she brought up the debate, and then poof, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everything just blew up, and it's not because yeah, it's always because of difference of opinions,
it is.
and that's what it is. And but look, it is what it is. If he's got the virus, he's got the virus. The thing is this, like, and this is one just kind of the last thing I want to say about it. If the thing that I'm kind of worried about a little bit is this. So the virus affects people totally differently. There's people who are asymptomatic, and then there's people who die, and there's people who are in between. There's people who just lose their sense of smell and their sense of taste, and then there's people who die again. So of course it's different for everybody. Um, I don't know if you're 77 years old or 74 years old and you're fat and you're on medications and you're fucking out of shape and disgusting and you're asymptomatic, is that like catching the flu for a 75-year-old? I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's not an asymptomatic symptom and he's showing symptoms and he gets sick, can it kill him? Of course it can. So is that something that's a possibility right now? Yes. People are looking at this as Trump could die. He could die, right? So that's something that everybody's watching right now and is going to see what's happening. He's in quarantine, so I don't know how much we're going to how much we're going to hear from him. He says he's not staying quarantined at the White House, which would be smart. Doesn't want to put everybody else there at risk. Keep it free, so when he does come back, he's not, everybody's not all fucked up there. But um, if there is a comeback. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's just going to be crazy because if he does come back from this, and it was like nothing for him because he had it easy compared to some other cases, he's going to be like, oh, it was nothing, blah, blah, blah. Everything's back open. And that's a fucking scary thought, dude. And if it does kill him, that's also a scary thought, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be
like a JFK thing where they purposely infected him to
right.
kill him, and yeah.
Dude, I'm just saying, right now is an absolutely crazy time because the
That's what
election's
I'm
going to
saying.
happen,
Yeah.
and somebody is going to win this election, and regardless of who wins, it's going to be fucking chaos. And regardless if Trump survives this or if he doesn't, it's still going to be chaos, bro.
Yeah. I know.
So it's crazy.
I don't know. I just I think I mean, you know my thoughts about it. I think it's all fucking bullshit. And that's why I always talk about George Carlin, dude. I feel like George Carlin was onto something when he said the politicians are put there to create the illusion that you have rights and the real owners of this country own you.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's
So,
it's always one of those things. Like for me, I got so pissed off in my adult life when or later on when I started kind of thinking on my own, because the thing that really bothered me um, was like English class and like literature and like um, I when I was in high school I took a Shakespeare class. But you know what, man, the thing that was the biggest bullshit is like they'd be like, so what is the author really trying to say here? And they're trying to get you to read between the lines, and then you're all coming to an overall conclusion that this is what the author is trying to say. They're even writing it out on the blackboard or the whatever the fucking kids use nowadays in school. And as a student, you're like, yeah, that's right. That's what the author was thinking. But we don't. That's not what the fucking author was thinking. The author was high on fucking drugs or drunk out of their fucking goddamn minds, just fucking writing crazy shit.
I
And
know.
that if that author was alive and that was like some interview that they were given today, and then the interviewer said that bullshit, he'd be like, or she'd be like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? No, that's not what it means at all.
I don't
Where'd you
even
come up with
remember
that bullshit?
writing that book.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just insane because that's like we're taught to like kind of like read in between the lines and like see like this art of what they're saying without saying it. And not you can't do that. Only the person who wrote the song or wrote the story or the literature can be the person that tells you exactly what it's about. But a lot of the times listening to music and literature and reading stuff is really great because you can form your own. Like I know that Taylor Swift didn't want to say who, like some song, she writes a lot of her songs over her ex-boyfriends and shit like that. And I know that she didn't want to say one time in an interview that it was about this person. And then the person kept pressing her and she was like, it's about whoever it is about to you when you're listening to your song, because that's what music is.
Yeah.
And it's 100% true. Like when you go to when you go see your favorite musician, you're like, those songs have such an impact on you for whatever reason, whether it helped you through a time in your life, a breakup, a health scare, something that it was there, that was there for you. And when you're there watching that artist, you have that experience that when you look to the person next to you that's also singing their songs and and is feeling it exactly how you're feeling it, you guys don't have that same connection. Her connection with the music with that artist is totally different than yours, but it's the same. And that's what's so beautiful about songs. And Taylor Swift didn't want everybody to hear the song and think about her and her fucking ex-boyfriend. You know what I mean? She wants
Dude,
you to
not
think
to
about
mention,
you and her. Yeah.
when you're a kid, like when you're in high school, dude, all I thought about was going home and jacking off. That's all I thought about. I didn't give a fuck what the author was trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to fuck the girl in front of me that like I could kind of see her ass a little bit through, like, like if her jeans were down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do, and then I'd go home and jack off about it.
Yeah, it's like you're in Shakespeare class, blah blah blah. Is that side titty? Is that side boob? Like, and that's the whole thing. You're constantly. We're kids. We're kids, boys and girls in high school, just crazy, ravaging with hormones. Oh my god, It's just, and then you stick them in a classroom together, and then you tell them to just be quiet and learn some boring shit. Like, are you fucking crazy? No, little Colton wants to jerk off over Janine right now because her ass
Yeah.
crack's hanging out by an inch and a half, and that's all he's gonna think about for the rest of the day.
I'm taking that one home with me. Speaking of jacking off,
Ugh. Okay, where you going with this one?
don't we do a segment on here where there's a lot of jacking off?
Well, no. Okay, people, I think you're getting the wrong idea. This is the part of the segment where me and Colton just jack off for for the next 30 minutes.
This is a new segment we're doing.
On Chatroulette. Bro, I noticed that on Chatroulette, actually, they changed it again.
Yeah. It
Did
says something different. It says
It's not as clear anymore. It just says like fun and moderated. It says like fun and clean or something, and then the other one just says unfiltered or something.
it says
It's dangerous.
I forgot I have to fucking
Yeah.
my chat roulette's all fucked up. I have to do like 10 things at once.
But my point is, before it clearly stated no dicks allowed. It
Yeah.
said it, and then it said that there are dicks allowed here with eggplant emojis and stuff. So you always knew where you needed to go. But dude,
Now
it's
the
rough.
lines are blurred.
They're blurred again because I clicked on the wrong one, and then the other day it was just jacking off, jacking off, jacking off, jacking off, jacking off.
Yeah.
Jacking. It was like 3 in a row. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is this? And I had to go back. But yes,
So-
I think it is about that time.
It is about that time. I think I went first last time, so you
Okay.
hop on.
I'll jump on this time.
All right.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh, what's up?
Good shit. What we doing? I'm good. I'm good. You good? Shit, I love you, baby. I love it. What are you guys doing? Where are you? I'm coming over.
North Dakota.
North Dakota?
Yeah.
I'm not coming. I changed my mind. North Dakota? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we can't do anything, but we still party.
You guys partying tonight? Fuck Corona.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fuck Rona.
Fuck Corona. Where you guys going? You going to a sorority party?
Huh?
Like, this guy looks like he plays basketball.
He's in the basketball team. He's famous here in the school.
Is he?
Yeah.
He looks athletic as fuck.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of your, like, do you have a mascot?
I don't even know.
We haven't seen
What
him
is our
yet. He's
mascot?
hiding from us.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't even know what the mascot is there yet?
Oh.
Wait a minute, I'm finding out right now.
Yeah, fuck that mascot. Who cares? Nobody cares.
It's a bison.
It's a bison? Ah, it's a fucking bison.
Yes.
God damn, the bison's in the building.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bison's in the-
That's right.
I like you guys. You've been my favorite people I've talked to so far.
Oh, you
you
too.
too.
Thanks, you guys. You guys keep it safe. Have fun. Fucking, you only live once, baby.
Exactly. Fuck it.
Party hard.
Period.
Peace.
Bye.
I was on the Trump rally last weekend. This is kind of like me in my car. People were waving. They came out front out of their houses,
Oh my God.
and they were waving flags, and we were beeping the horn, and there was mostly pickup trucks
Yeah.
with these humongous flags. I mean, full-size
Yeah.
flags. And I was in my Porsche, and just we ended up in a in on Long Island, and I was in my Porsche. People were lined on both sides of the street, like 4 deep, waving, screaming, and I was in my Porsche, and yelling, and I was in my Porsche.
I'm standing down. I'm standing by. I'm ready. Are you ready? Just in case?
Yeah.
No. I can't hear shit. Can you hear me? Piece of shit. He's got that Paul Kilmer headset.
Joe, you so stupid. You love me. me. You want me. You need me. You get me. You are. I'm the dad you created. I am just standing. I am yours. Everything you made me for.
Do you have any neighbors? Oh my God! Look who it is.
Or just two.
Who are you talking to?
We're gonna use prepositions for and to together, right? So we need to either choose for or to, right?
Hi, is this Dell Tech Support? I'm calling because I'm having a problem with my computer.
Sure.
Somebody told me to hit Control Alternate Delete. Should I do that?
Sure.
What's up, bruh?
What's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You look like you play soccer. You a football player?
Not really.
Do you smoke hookahs? You
Smoke what?
Hookahs?
No,
What do you do?
nothing.
If you don't play soccer and you don't smoke hookah, I mean, what are you really doing? You got your nice white teeth.
Thank you.
That's because you don't smoke hookah.
Yeah.
Howdy. Are you from Texas?
No, bro. Mexico.
Mexico. Brownsville, Mexico.
Yeah.
You-
Are you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Little
Muy
bit.
poquito. You speak
Okay.
English?
Little bit.
Then we good, baby. We good.
Little bit.
¿Cómo se dice hee-haw en español?
Arre.
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 Ándale.
Ándale. Arre. Ándale. Ia.
Ándale.
Ándale.
Así. O vamos.
Vamos. Chica. Vamos, chica. Vamos, chica.
Ajá.
Sí.
O guerra.
Quiera.
Ándale. Hey, bro.
Ándale, quiera.
Ándale. Arre.
Arre.
All
right.
dude. Doesn't get old. It just never gets old.
Yeah. Dude, there's some crazy people out there, man. I love it.
All right. Let
Get
me
on
get
this
mine
bitch.
ready. Oh, what's going on?
Yo, are you doing a YouTube special?
I'm trying.
Oh, lit. Can we? All right. Wait. All right, Lucas, we gotta say.
All right, first of all, I want to start this with one thing. Only three things that are important: wallet, like money. I can't remember the second thing. And exotic dogs, like I'm talking pets, man, like bulldogs, like stuff like that. That's what matters. That's how we get every day, man. That's how we really live, man. Like, people don't understand. And they go slat dab, and you just slat dab, and it's all you have to do, man. Who's on your sweater?
Yeah, what is that? I was about to
My
say.
friend I went to rehab with.
Oh, he looks
He
in
looks
good shape.
Yeah, he looks like he's in. Is he in good shape in this photo or not such a good shape?
He's doing okay. This one he's doing really good.
What's on your T-shirt? Who is that? Vin Diesel?
No. Everyone keeps saying that. It's my friend I went to rehab with.
Oh shit! It looks like Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Whoa, dude.
Whoa.
You're straight cool chilling.
Yeah, dude.
What's up?
What's on your shirt, bro? It looks like a man on your shirt.
My friend I went to rehab with.
Dude, I fuck with that.
Yeah. Pick that eye.
Dude.
What's up with the eye?
Dude, seriously?
You got pink eye?
No, I've never had pink eye. I'm not fucking gay. Who's on your shirt, Vin Diesel?
No, everyone keeps saying that. It's my friend I went to rehab with.
Oh.
See, this guy gets it, dude.
Do.
Yo, you remember that? That's where I was going with it.
Yeah, I got you. You guys gonna have sex? Whoa, dude, are you Morpheus?
I'm Morpheus.
Oh
I'm
shit.
I'm I'm in the Matrix.
Dude, are you gonna give me the red or the blue pill?
I'm gonna give you. What would you like?
The what?
What would you like?
I would.
Red
I don't
pill. Red
know.
pill. Yo,
Choice.
yo, listen.
Okay.
Red pill. If you got red pill, you will go to the future. You're gonna have 40 years old with $50 million.
Okay.
But blue pill, you're gonna go to the past when you were 10 years old. But you're gonna keep all your knowledge that you have now, but with 10 years old. What would you prefer?
Do I get to have sex with women when I'm 10 years old?
10 years old, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Do I get to?
That's a good option, bro.
All right.
You should buy some bitcoins and you get rich.
Wait, is this Morpheus still, or is this like you're talking?
No, this is me talking.
Oh, dude, you broke character after like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Where from?
I'm from California.
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 Oh shit. Okay, where are you guys from? That's Florida.
North Africa.
North Africa, bro.
I'm sorry.
Are you? Who's on your shirt? Whose face is that? I can't tell. Oh, it's your face. That's a crazy shirt. You've got a shirt with your face on it, bro.
I know.
How
Pretty
did you
cool.
do that?
I went to Sears Roebucks and I printed it out there.
Those exist?
What's that?
Those exist still?
Yeah.
What's that?
Your roommate was pounding something next door, remember?
Something getting pounded in the wall here.
I better not be my goddamn wife. Last time we spoke.
Yeah. I remembered you right away.
Is your roommate still hammering shit in the goddamn wall?
No, she's cooking.
Cooking.
She's cooking some rice. Let me see. We got some rice and we're having some salami, some sliced salami in this. That's what we're having for supper. Actually, it's a late one.
Salami
I work tonight. Yeah, salami and rice and some buns.
And some buns.
Maybe buns and butter and stuff.
You ever have rice-a-roni?
Yeah, not in quite some time, but I have it.
Yeah,
I had it.
The San Francisco treat. That's what they say.
Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat.
Yeah, what do you do for work?
Milk cows.
Oh,
And
you
move the
milk
herds of
cows.
cattle. Yeah.
Do you work with any perverts that put them in their mouth or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, well, people need milk and tits, so you're in the right business, you know?
Yeah.
All right, well, you enjoy your salami and rice.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna.
I have a show. It's called The Worst Show Ever. It's like Seinfeld on crack.
It probably is. Do you actually smoke crack? Because that would make it a lot better.
I do. We do that during the commercial breaks.
So, what's your show?
I just told you. It's called The Worst Show Ever.
No, it's not. My boyfriend fucking does like heavy drugs.
Jackpot.
Yeah, so he smokes crack and sometimes meth.
And he's white and lives on a reserve.
Yeah, he's white and he lives on a res.
Wow.
Right?
This is a skit or a TV show in the making, I tell you.
Yeah, I probably drink more than he does drugs, but like still.
Oh, so it's an even balance.
Crack? Who the fuck smokes crack, man?
I figure if I shoot enough heroin, eventually I'll end up on a resort. And then everything will be chill.
Oh, man. I love Chatroulette, dude.
I love how
it.
many people ask about this shirt, dude.
I love it. I'm so used to it, you know. Like you got on this episode with that shirt, and I see you wear that shirt out. You know, like me and you, we've hung out, we've gone out to eat places with that shirt on, and it's totally normal to me now. But when other people see it, definitely causes a conversation. It's a conversation starter for sure. Do you want to explain that shirt at all to anybody at home?
Nah, I'm gonna leave it up to the authors. And what do you think the author was thinking when they had that shirt?
I don't know. I think that it could be one interpretation could be that maybe it's one of his friends, and as a gag, he just put them all over his shirt, wore it to a party one day.
Could be Vin Diesel. It could be my friend from rehab.
It could be a complete stranger.
Could be a lot of things.
It could be somebody from the supermarket that Colton used to work at. It could be that manager that had to clean up the blueberry vomit. I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
Well, guys, we made it to the end. If you want to see me on CNBC, I think they're posting the news article soon. I don't even give a shit to show it anymore because I've realized no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about anything. No, literally, no one cares about anything anymore. So
we didn't even talk about the debate, even though it's such a hot topic. But it was so like old news by now, you know, like once the president gets
that's
COVID.
The thing, man, is like nowadays something happens and 12 hours later, done, gone.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like if all these scandals are coming out and these people are like, oh my gosh, what do I gotta do? And they're like, they come out and they apologize and say, I'm sorry. And then their career's ruined. Just hang in there for like 12 hours. Someone's gonna fucking get shot. Somebody's gonna get COVID. Something's gonna fucking happen. And everybody's gonna totally forget all about you. Take this from somebody who used to just clock in and leave. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. Thank you for joining us. This is episode 59 of The Worst Show Ever. We'll see you next Sunday. I'm Sean Baker.
I'm Sean Baker.
See you next time.